The Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in 2007, when over 52 heads of state attended the Commonwealth Heads of State and Government Summit that was graced by Queen Elizabeth of England. At that time, the country spent a whopping 276 billion shillings on CHOGM activities, the bulk of the money going towards road repairs, support for construction of private hotels that would accommodate guests, upgrading of the security infrastructure, heads of state accommodation and transport and beautification of the city. On May 12th, Uganda will be hosting at least 32 heads of state and their entourage. The budget that had been sent to Parliament for approval is an insignificant figure compared to that of CHOGM, but the government is predicting that it will go a long way in facilitating and ensuring a successful swearing-in ceremony.
We have issues to do with the invitations, we have issues to do with the accommodation, we have issues to do with the seating arrangement, we have issues to do with the publicity and communication, we have issues to do with the protocol, we have transport issues, there are construction, so it's a whole range of things.
Other than the fact that each of the 32 heads of state will need at least a convoy of 8 vehicles, the government requires over 1 billion shillings to accommodate them at Munyonyo Commonwealth Resort. A presidential suite at Munyonyo goes for $650, about 1.5 Ugandan shillings a night. This means that the taxpayer will cough out over $20,000, close to 48 million Ugandan shillings to accommodate the visiting presidents for just one night. Information from the budget committee that handled the supplementary budget shows that Munyonyo Commonwealth Resort has been booked for 5 days during the swearing-in period. However, this has been disputed by some budget committee legislators.
We know when the president of Uganda travels abroad, he draws money here, and he pays all his bills. Why should we pay Munyonyo over 1.3 billion shillings for 5 days? In the history of this country, we have never had 33 heads of state come here for swearing ceremony. And I bet we are not even going to have more than 6 heads of state coming in here.
The budget has put transportation at over 710 million shillings. This money will fund the hiring of 256 vehicles for the 32 heads of state. However, it is likely that more cars will be required since other international dignitaries are also expected. But Tororo County MP Geoffrey Kanya argues that spending this amount of money on transport is a wastage because government procured some cars during CHOGM.
We secured vehicles during CHOGM. Why should we spend a lot of money for transport when we have BMW?
The state luncheon, hosted by President Museveni, is expected to cost about 54 million shillings as stated on the budget. But an independent investigation carried out by NTV shows that this figure could go up, especially bearing in mind that the guest list will include not only the 32 heads of state and their spouses, but also their entourage, international dignitaries and local VIPs.
We have 3 categories of invited guests. 1, foreign guests. Among the foreign guests, we have heads of governments. We have also heads of international organizations. The second category are the Ugandan VIPs. And then we have also the third category, the public.
Efforts to reach the Foreign Affairs Ministry on the number of guests